Can I just like go from here? Is that a thing?
Mining takes all types.
Whee! Oh,
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduce joint wear? Oh, increase lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's gotta be worth it. Okay, so here's what you do.
looks
Tell
like
Octai
that's
and the
worth
Trade
way
Authority you
more
found
than
a
what he
business
owes.
proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher, and that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival.
Sure.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself. Oh, use that.
Ever been to Aquila? No security.
Hey, hello.
Was there something else? I'm never one to turn. Aqueous hematite, iron and exactly. But where's this hematite coming from? The deep mines could be an option.
Oh, they are very, very dead. You're welcome.
Is that so? Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool. We could contract out all the and think what it would do. And what do you want for Dr. Walker's dead? Well, it seems we have a deal then. And here,
Look at that. He
a
didn't even
finder's
like
fee from the authority.
give it an
A
glance.
perfectly reasonable
His dad probably wasn't
amount
even
for
worth
a
the potential
discovery
this
with
hematite
sort of
has.
potential. Wouldn't want you feeling. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any sec.
This is such a shitty trade, to be honest. I wonder what would happen if I just killed him. Would the game like register that if I just like killed him?
Yeah? Did you now? My end of the... He's holed up in the old place was sealed up tight. Was also going to warn you about spaces down there. But it sounds like you might have all...
Wow, it's the same place where...
Bosky.
Oh, okay, great.
I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Hard.
Not a lot of folks would have stuck their necks out for a stranger.
Yeah, I'm not like a lot of folks. I'm an idiot. I should have just killed everyone. Extreme solar radiation. Oh no. I'm gonna get cancer. Skin cancer. That's not fun. Tails. I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her very much. Yeah, I don't know why that just popped out of my head. Very weird. Sam? Why did Sam suddenly want to talk? He suddenly like thought about me and it's like, I should talk to my friend right now. That was a good time to talk. What's that? Freaking expert locks, I swear to God. Oh, well, hello. Oh, very dramatic theme. Okay, very nice. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie. Oopsie. Oh, up. Come on. Don't mess with me. a long track. Damn, is the gravitation really like that low in this place? Can't imagine what it would feel like to jump that high.
I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor.
Oops, sorry.
Now you want to explain to me why you're going
Almost
around
looked like I was gonna shoot you.
harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts?
Uh-huh.
Tissue sample? You came all the way. Must be some damn important. Terramorph attack, huh? Not exactly sure why you'd be bringing... Wait, Tau Gourmet? Like Tau Ceti Tau Gourmet? That's a joke, right? There's no settlement old enough on Tau Ceti to have a Terramorph. Either someone's setting up the worst... Who exactly told you to... Hadrian. She gave you this. If she made you come all the way for this...
She didn't just give it to me.
Let's
I
get
got it
inside.
myself by
I need
killing
to
the
see these
Terramorph.
cells.
Shit, that's a big... Looks like one of those old astronaut spacesuits, you know, like those giant packs on the back. On the back. Hustler. Hustler outfit. How does that look like a hustler? Okay, I don't know.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm through. Oh, the trade authority got their mitts on the research. But I guess that's the price you pay. Gave the rest of the day.
Yeah, continue saying your stuff, Doc. I'm just looking at shit, you know?
All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right. Just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait. Where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian.
Londinian.
I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me?
Why would I bullshit you?
Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen.
You think I fought
I'd be
through all those
mad and
people,
very, very relieved.
cleared your debt, and got to you all for a fucking joke?
Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst Terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of London. It was. An entire city wiped off the map. The swarms are so bad,
If it was that weak,
they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place
I guess
off
it
from the
deserved to be
galaxy
wiped
at large. Not a lot of samples
Survival
made
of
it
the
off
fittest.
the world from the time of the attack. But the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I
okay,
didn't
yeah,
detect
I mean,
any
nah,
of
it
the
sucks.
telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tau Ceti. This specimen. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, we're big... That's not gonna end well.
The chances for survival, let alone maintaining any kind of functioning society, would be slim indeed.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for? Because until now, the Terramorphs that wiped out Londinian had the good... What happened there? So to find evidence for a similar attack on it... So I'd love to know what...
Get your boots on. We're gonna stop any more attacks before they start.
Music to my ears. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances...
Am I supposed to be using that lift? Is there like another lift I can use? I mean, he gave me like a key for a special lift, right? Is it this one? Freaking game, you can't even put your markers correctly. Are you kidding me? I'm about to slap a hole. Who put these target markers, man? It's like they're trying to trick me.
Careful near the railings on the upper levels.
It wasn't it different last time? Okay.
Always nice
I guess
to
an
kick back
incident
and
happened.
Is that really her?
Adrian.
Adrian.
Percival. My God.
And
look at
Jaja.
you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back. Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down.
makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being...
Eh.
Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. 1, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us. Well, when the colony war came to a close 19 years ago, with the signing of the armistice, 3 factions were involved in the negotiations. The UC, Freestar, and House Varun. They made a lot of decisions about what sort of tactics should and shouldn't be permitted in future conflicts. All information related to the things they decided should be banned was locked away in the archives. Now, it's possible to get things out of there, but only with the agreement of members from all 3 factions. And as to
Sounds
what our
tough.
research is doing in there, well, I'll get to that. Of course, you deserve the full story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
Damn.
No.
That doesn't make sense.
We were both dismissed after the war for what we did. These days, we're just concerned citizens with a very particular area of expertise. Our damage has been done for a long time.
Okay.
Well, it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it. Because the Terramorph project was doomed from the start. Terramorphs are too mean, too smart, too hungry to be used in combat. Trust us, we tried. The data that's in the archives, it's historical write-ups, anatomical notation, food chain analyses. I doubt they would have even classified it if it didn't have a Xeno-Warfare logo on it. You have my word. It's not a threat. I mean, I hope they will, given the evidence we've acquired. But getting the Freestar Collective and House Va'ruun on our side, that won't be easy.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through. But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. So it's gonna be up to us to get them on board.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Need something?
Tired of commuting from distant systems to Sidonia every day? Lux Condominiums has premium apartments available.
A lot of folks were stuck their necks out.
Whether you need single, double, or family occupancy.
Whoa! What was that? My game was freaking out for a second. Okay.
Nice day, huh?
Is it really? Is it really a nice day when we
Captain,
could be
over
absolutely
here.
obliterated by freaking aliens?
The workup's in the cabinet's... But listen, so in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there.
Sure.
My relationship with the UC, it's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named
That's wild. I wonder if I
Francois
can clone myself.
one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin. A title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it.
Okay.
A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels. But there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked.
Very cool.
I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective, and UC. Military, and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned. He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the colony war to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know.
I am a good person.
Considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us... That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up.
That's crazy.
The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift.
She... I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess.
I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being fleet admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the colony war, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy. Perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too. But Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life. Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there'd be value in sharing the fact that the Terramorph project was, well, a failure. There's no need to be afraid of this data being weaponized. Knowing that should calm some of the cabinet's fears and make it easier for us to dispel any suspicions the other factions might have about our intentions. Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise.
Okay. Interesting.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin.
I mean, if I did choose the option of, like, saying I need to go do
Sounds like our
something,
cue.
like, will she just wait here the whole
go.
time? Whoa, whoa. Damn it, Jojo. Okay, calm down. I don't know what you're doing, but yeah. Hello there. Nice, lovely meeting with intellectuals.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Hello. Thanks don't get my ship field.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
That's quite the leap, Captain.
Damn, you spun around real fast.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
I mean, it was pretty alarming when it was shouting at me and trying to kill me.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
I'm gonna obviously say yeah, bruh. Why would I say this?
Whatever risks exist, they are outweighed by this imminent threat. I agree. The request should be granted.
That's right, you beautiful lady.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to...
Can you speak for a moment?
Right now, are you serious? Later in Treasure.
Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
This is very convenient timing for an attack.
At the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs?
This is way too convenient of a timing while we are like talking to the council.
Good God.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly.